to be natural. Rakesh's mind was a maze of order and obsession, each thought a thread tied to a purpose only he understood, a purpose he believed was sacred, whispered to him in dreams he never shared. He saw himself as a keeper of balance, a man chosen to hold back chaos, though what chaos meant to him was a secret locked tighter than the attic door. His routines were meticulous, checking the lock 3 times, tracing the doorframe with his fingertips, murmuring words that sounded like prayers but felt like warnings. The neighbors' unease grew, though they couldn't name it. A milkman swore he saw a flicker of movement behind the attic's single, clouded window, a shape too small to be Rakesh, but he shook his head and moved on. The house held its breath, its walls soaking up the cries that sometimes escaped, faint and fleeting, like a child's voice swallowed by the rain. Mira's songs grew quieter, her hands lingering on the garlands she wove, as if tying each knot kept her own thoughts from unraveling. Rakesh's planning never stopped, his eyes always searching, mapping the world beyond the attic, watching for anyone who lingered too close to his truth. The storm outside raged on, its thunder masking the soft click of the attic door as it opened again, night after night, inviting the darkness to deepen. The attic of the Yadav home was a world apart, a place where light barely reached, where the air hung thick with the smell of damp wood and something sour like sweat mixed with fear. Behind a lattice of iron bars, crudely welded into a cage that spanned the attic's length, 29 children sat huddled, their small bodies pressed against each other, their eyes wide and glassy in the dim glow of a single oil lamp Rakesh allowed to burn for exactly 3 hours each night. Their world was reduced to this, cold metal biting into their skin, the rough slats of the floor, and the constant drip of rain leaking through cracks in the roof. Some were as young as 5, others closer to 12, their faces smudged with dirt and despair, their names forgotten, replaced by numbers Rakesh scratched into the bars with a nail. He called it order, a system to keep his work clean, but to the children it was a theft of who they once were. Downstairs, Mira's voice floated up through the floorboards, her lullabies meant for her sons, but reaching the attic like a cruel tease, each note twisting the knife of their isolation. The songs felt heavy, as if she sang to drown out her own thoughts, her voice trembling when she thought no one could hear. The children learned to stay silent, their breaths shallow, because noise brought Rakesh's attention, and his attention was a storm of its own. His mind was a locked vault, filled with beliefs that twisted scripture and superstition into something grotesque. He saw the children as vessels, their suffering a key to some cosmic balance he alone understood. He would sit before the cage, his face calm, almost tender, as he explained to the silent faces that their pain was necessary, that their tears were offerings to something greater.